to learn something. We're not content with just the headlines or the typical talking points.
It's a refreshingly honest conversation about what's going on.
It's about connecting our community and doing something to really make a difference.
We're taking today's stories and bringing positivity back. All right, you guys, welcome back to Take 5. We've had a really fun show. I'm Jordan Steele, Michelle Lee, Angela Poe Russell. That's Chris Cashman. We've been asking you to text in your ideas, ways we can save the planet. You've had a lot of great answers, and we'd love to hear more of that. Maybe you have an event or something like that. Shoot that out to us as well. I want to real quick talk. We had a text from what you said about the You Suck poster from WashDOT. The apology for the sign was definitely enough, says 206. The senator is just being way too extra. Just let it go.
Here.
Here.
Channel Frozen. Let it go.
Can I just use that line? Like, Chris, you're being extra today.
Being extra.
Like, I love that line. Extra.
Yeah, we like that. Well, hey, we want to get you caught up with stuff that's going on here and around the country today. Let's go with what we call the Fast Five. This is 5 quick facts about our big story today, the nationwide student walkouts. Thousands of students across the country protested gun violence as a part of National School Walkout Day. The event also marks the 19th anniversary of the mass shooting at Columbine High School in Colorado. Here at home, students rallied at Occidental Park in Seattle, and the Alliance for Gun Responsibility just announced a ballot initiative aimed at reducing gun violence. If approved, it would raise the minimum purchase age to 21 for all semi-automatic weapons and create an enhanced background check. It would also require a 10-day wait for anyone wanting to buy an assault weapon. The initiative needs 300,000 signatures by July to make it on the November ballot. In the other Washington, students marched on our nation's capital and gathered outside the White House. They carried signs demanding stricter gun control laws and chanted, "We want change." In Albany, New York, dozens of students held a mass die-in at the state capitol. Students collapsed on the steps at the Capitol, and just one speaker talked at a podium. In Parkland, Florida, the site of February's mass school shooting, students and teachers at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School rallied together.
All right. Lots of stuff going on. We have so much news, sometimes we put it in twice.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I'd say we should call it the Fast 10, but divided by 2.
I got to say, though, I love the kids out across the country today. I know it's an organized national thing, but, it goes back to that saying that was floating around on social media, when our kids are acting like leaders and our leaders are sometimes acting like kids. That's not necessarily a bad thing. The next generation's coming up and grabbing the reins. So go kids, keep going.
Yeah. Well, when we go back into the 5 Hive, there's actually something kind of related to that. So I'm going to walk you over here. But wanted to send a shout out to Angela and her son because we're on the computer so you can see this. She posted this picture today. She said, "My son put these together and we'll be taking them door to door tomorrow. He wanted me to share in hopes that others will feel called to do something similar." And that's because of the National School Walkout. And you can see there are flowers here with a little note that says, "Please accept this symbol of remembrance of the lives senselessly lost," and then has a link to voting. But this is where I think this gets cool because Linda here, let me drop this so you can see it bigger. Linda says, "Whether we agree or not, I love the passion this generation is showing." And I think that is what makes it so cool because we've had so many great discussions in there and people may not agree, but they always do it with humanity and people are so sweet. So I just want to give a big shout out to Will, since I moved the screen. That's Will. He's the one who's doing this right now. He goes to Sammamish. So I just wanted to showcase him because I'm sure his mom would like to see his picture on TV. If you would like to join the Hive, very easy to do so. You can text Hive to 448-4545. You can also just search for Take 5 on Facebook. Angela?
Yeah, I'm glad you shared that, Michelle. I really liked hearing about that young man's story, too. And hopefully you're going to like this because we love talking about game changers in our community. And this is one that's pretty special to us, especially for those of you who are parents. Natalie Brand caught up with a former state representative about how bringing her infant to work changed the rules at Washington's Capitol. She's a game changer for standing up for her rights as a lawmaker and as a mom.
So it was 2015, January of 2015. I had just been reelected to my second term, and I'd just given birth to my third child. And like most moms, I was really proud of my baby and wanted to show him off to my colleagues. So I brought him down to Olympia on the first day of session. It's a very ceremonial day. We get sworn in, lots of pageantry, and I thought this is a great day to introduce him to all of my colleagues. The House attorney came running over to me saying, "Our house rules prohibit babies on the House floor. You're going to have to figure out something to do with him." And I was astonished. And, you know, like really quickly in that moment was like, my constituents knew I had this baby when they voted for me. I have every right to get sworn in today as anyone else. And I basically said to the attorney, you guys are going to have to figure this out. I have a constitutional obligation to represent my constituents today, and I have a breastfeeding infant. He is coming with me. So they halted everything, and the House Democratic and Republican leadership literally convened a meeting in that moment to negotiate a rules change. And it was really crucial that I was able to have him close. Like, even with childcare arranged, you know, if we're on the floor until 2 in the morning, you have to have a young infant to be able to be near them. And so absolutely, he was on the floor with me for votes sometimes. If I had a floor speech, that only worked if you were sleeping. But yeah, it was really important that he was able to be close to me.
And she said that the rule change impacted other lawmakers. A Republican grandfather was able to bring his infant grandchild to work. So
That is amazing.
And you know what? When I was listening to that story, I just thought, would I have had the courage to do that when they resisted? And I don't know that I would have. And so seeing that, I don't know, it just reminds me, it's like, yeah, stick up for yourself, because nothing's going to change if we don't push back.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh my gosh, and her baby was so cute.
Yeah.
All right, so where did Chris and Jordan go? They go outside?
I know that Jordan went outside. And
Listen,
what are you doing?
You guys, you're all beautiful. This time of the year, this is your year. You know, we have a saying here, and it actually helps us in our life. It's stop and smell the flowers. Thank you for that. Our lives get so busy. You know, today the big topic is 420, blah, blah, blah. But the real headline should be, what was it? Yeah, 422, Earth Day, right? It's Sunday. It is so important for us to do more, and so we've been basing a lot of our show about that. I want to show you guys some images. One of the reasons why we're hyping this up is because there's a lot of stuff going on right now around the globe that's hurting our planet, and one of the ones right here in Puget Sound. You guys remember that entangled whale? It wasn't too long ago. That entanglement is the leading cause of whale deaths, with 300,000 reported annually. That was right here. So fishermen, fisherwomen, you know, if you guys are going to be out and about, clean up your fishing nets, clean up your crab pots, because those whales are getting tangled up. And then take a look at this. These are plastic bags that were found in a whale in Norway. You probably saw some of the headlines, whale washed up on shore with 20, 30, 40, 60 pounds of plastic in its belly. So we've got to do better, and we've got to continue to recycle. That's one of the things that we can do. Chris Cashman is here with us, and he took it to heart this morning about wanting to do more.
You know, I interned with Captain Planet, so I know a thing or two about saving the Earth. No, I've done the light bulb changes. This year I thought, I want to do something, and I want to teach people something that we can all do for free.
Good.
That will help the planet. So we combined, first I went to the internet, found a great idea. This is already happening across the globe. It combines one of the easiest things you can do with, for me, one of the hardest things you can do. Take a look.
Here's the deal. I'm out for a jog today to test out this new fitness craze. Big deal online. Started in Sweden. Much of Europe has embraced it. And I think it's about time we make it our own here in Seattle, because if we do it even just once a week, we can keep this place looking this beautiful. Just look up the hashtag blogging. It's a combination of jogging and picking up garbage. It's a Swedish term, plocka up, meaning pick up. Picking up garbage while you jog.
All you need is a place to run. Exercise could be trails around your neighborhood, could be on the way to work, could be at lunch break. I would bring a pair of gloves and something like this to haul out all that garbage.
Shame on you. Apparently somebody's done with their soda and their responsibilities. Flip-flop season's coming. Ouch! Hiding in plain sight. You recognize this? It's from a lot of packaging. It says right on it, do not eat. It's poison, throw it away. So let's do that before a pet eats it. Ew.
Band-Aids,
Baby wipes,
old bottles,
candy wrappers.
cigarette butts. Oh good, we found another one. A whole roll?
Uh-oh. Run away! Really? I'm already carrying my own spare tire. Uh-oh. I'm trying to set an example. 1, 2, 3, go. That's a legit gag reflex. Whew. But it's for the earth. Yeah. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure this is where Yoda lives. And a lot of wonderful animal friends as well. It's disturbing how much garbage I picked up in just 1 mile loop. So what say you? This is a challenge on Earth Day. Take a friend, take the kids, go plogging. Let's help clean up the earth, or at least our corner of it. So that's how I spent the morning just this morning. There's some gross stuff that I didn't put in there, like a loaded baby diaper. So
Yeah, but you know what you
I've
did
got
do?
girls at home, so let's just throw it in the garbage, everybody. Okay?
You took that bag and you brought it to work. It's sitting upstairs by your desk.
I did. I brought it in just to prove to everybody that it's real. A disturbing amount of
we
stuff
know.
out there. So
We know.
hey, plogging, give it a try. Do it. Share it with us if you do it this weekend.
Yes, thank you. All right, ladies, over to you.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the desk area, but I love the concept.
When he
Yeah.
gagged, I wanted to gag. I was like,
Well, look, after you're done plogging this weekend and you're looking for something else fun to do this weekend, you got the state fair going on. You brought the
Yeah,
scones. I
the
was so
spring
excited that you
fair.
shared scones.
oh, well, I just stole them off the table because Mimi and Jake brought them in.
You're too honest. All right, let's go to Drew.
Yeah, Drew is the guy in charge of all of our stories down south. So I know you've got the dogs. What do you got going on, Drew?
All right. Oh, our timing is perfect. We're about to see Hawk, the Wonder Woman dog. Let's watch here. They have a minute to take off, but Hawk is ready to go. This dog stuff is awesome. I've never seen a competition live like this. Nice. The aerodynamic suit got Hawk a couple of inches. So yes, the Puyallup Spring Fair. I got to admit, I've been coming to the Puyallup Fair, the Washington State Fair is what it's called now, since the 1980s. But I hadn't been to the Spring Fair until I got this assignment, and I said, all right, that's cool. I thought there'd be a much smaller version, and it's not the full fairgrounds that are open, but as you may see back there, Ferris wheel, they've got the kid rides, they've got the adult scary rides, they've got the Doc Dog Championship going on here all weekend long tonight, they've got the monster trucks, which we're going to take a look at 5 o'clock, but obviously the Doc Dogs are the big draw today. And I want to talk to you, Mary. You've got your dog here, Callie. She's a new one, right?
Yeah, she's first year competing. I got her as a rescue dog 2.5 years ago. I got her at 7 months old, and last year she wouldn't even go off the dock.
And today she jumped.
She took second place in junior division at 14.6, I believe.
Very good. Loretta Cool, who's also a Tacoma police officer in your day job. You're also the dog trainer today because Mary's shoulder's bad. How'd you do?
I could do much better. If I knew how to throw, the dog would probably leap a lot further.
All right, well, there's something to work on for the next Puyallup Spring Fair, the Washington State Fair. This, if you can't tell, is a fun place to be. The weather has been great today. We're hoping it's going to hold out tonight for the big monster truck competition. And the dogs, well, they're wet, so they don't really care. Back to you guys.
I was like, I'm too far away.
Thanks, Drew. That was great. Love those dogs.
You know, we have sent Jordan outside. He's with a veteran news anchor to give us a little preview of what's coming up tonight. Send her over to Jordan and Mark.
I didn't want to come back inside. I was just like, you guys stay in there, I'll stay out here.
Beautiful day out.
And this guy,
How are you?
always looking great. Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Dude, it's been a busy day. Drew's at the fair.
I know.
We've got Earth Day coming up.
Yep.
It's 420. What do you got going on the 5
I have a
o'clock?
question for you. Could
Yes.
you live by yourself on an island in the San Juans?
Yeah.
All by yourself?
Well, is
No
there...
family. You're going to meet a
trick
guy.
question.
You're going to meet a guy who's lived on an island,
For how long?
11 acres for the past 20 years. He's a naturalist. His job is to take care of the island, take measurements of wildlife and the island itself. Al Samaro is going to introduce us to this guy. He's retiring, and guess what? The job's open.
That sounds awesome.
The job's open, but you have to live by yourself. And also, he can only shower when it's above freezing.
Oh, no.
Because otherwise the shower does not work.
No.
But it's cool. You have your own cabin.
Yeah.
It's 11 acres. It's right near Orcas Island. It's called Yellow Island, and the job's open. So we're going to meet this guy at 5 o'clock.
Wow. No, I've always had dreams of like just going out off the grid.
I could be a hermit and be
for a while.
completely happy, yeah.
Cool. So that's coming up at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, you bet.
Thank you. All right, guys, back inside to you.
Yeah, I can't wait for that story.
I know.
All right, were you like texting? Well, this is.
Well, you know, I got very distracted because you know, guys, by now you know you can text us 206-448-4545, and we're monitoring it. We're not trying to stare at our phones. We're looking at the messages you guys sent us, and we just got one here from Sylvia and Chris in La Paz, Mexico, and Baja. They said, we're watching you via Slingbox. Makes it all possible. They're watching. They reference the dogs jumping in to let us know that it's for real.
Very
no
cool.
fairsies. Let's take the show on the road. We'll go to La Paz.
Totally.
Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for checking in. How cool.
So cool. I think one of the coolest parts of this show is our producers.
I do think she and what she does is amazing. Let's go to Stephanie in the booth.
Hey you guys, I wish actually I could produce the show from Mexico, but unfortunately I have to be back here keeping all of you guys in line. So I want to introduce you to my new hero. Her name is Colette, and she just dropped her 4th album. She's pretty amazing. That's it. Okay, so here's the deal about Colette. She's a composer and a pianist in France. She owns 3 pianos. She plays them every single day. She was born in 1914, and she's been playing the piano since she was 4 years old.
Wow.
So what's her secret to a long life? She lives near the Eiffel Tower, and she has a beautiful view of the city, and she says music has sustained her. So this kind of got me to thinking, do you guys have any secrets to living a long and healthy life, staying young?
You always have to move forward. That's one of my things.
Boy.
If you're not moving forward, you're stuck, and if you're not living, you're dying. You know those things. So
Yeah,
always have something to look forward to, a little goal to achieve.
And I came up with something equally as deep.
Okay.
Chocolate. Vince.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
chocolate,
I'm always
steak.
inspired when you see the news stories of the 104-year-old who says, I drink beer every day. Okay, all right.
I was hoping, since you live near the Eiffel Tower, I'm like, it's the croissants. It must be the croissants. No. That's inspiring.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's great
Stephanie,
stuff.
for sharing that.
I love it.
I do have an inspirational story coming up too.
okay.
Someone is having a baby on the show, not us. Your Jordan's like, what?
On
we
the
are?
show?
No, okay, I'm messing this up. Anyway, we have a couple who's having a baby, but you are not going to believe how they won the baby.
That's a good tease.